A very good afternoon. Today, this is second lecture related to the subject electronic switching. Particularly, this subject earlier, this subject was called telecom switching. That means this is switching related to telecommunication. Means switching system related to telecommunication system. That's why I am showing circuit switching type of name in my presentation, and these are some outline, although I will not follow these outlines because this is technically we can say this is first lecture that will relate to the basic concept of this subject. So initially I will discuss some basic terms and basic concept that will be useful in discussion throughout the syllabus. So the first the part, as we have discussed in last lecture also, the most important the core part of the communication is public switch telephone network, and these are the basic terms related to the type of network that are defined in the network system. It is self-explanatory that there is a subscriber line that is connected to some local exchange, and then local exchange is connected to some junction network, and then trunk network, and that is state level and then international level. So these all will be discussed in detail in different unit of this subject. I'm going to uh, shift toward the basic concept related to all the subjects, and first of all, if we start uh, from the beginning, then we can say when there was invention of telephone system by Graham Bell, then it was possible to communicate between two persons, and the person which was initiating calling is called calling subscriber, and the call to whom it is terminated is called called subscriber. Initially it was started with the manual type of switching system. Actually, why we need switching system, actually we can understand with the help of this figure. If suppose 1 2 3 4 5 subscribers are to communicate with each other, then we can see a particular subscriber will have to n minus 1 connection with it. That means if n subscribers are going to communicate, are going to be connected with each other for the communication, then there will be a connection with a particular subscriber of n minus 1 wires, one n minus 1 links actually. So in the case when number of subscriber will be increased, it will be very difficult to manage for a particular subscriber, and as we can see in the slide also, it will require n into n minus 1 by 2 links for the fully connected networks. So it is understood, it is self-explanatory that it is not possible that all subscriber can be connected one to one to communicate with each other, and particularly in the present scenario it is not possible in any way, and it was also logically it was not possible at the time of uh, when the telephonic communication system was started. So there was a requirement of switching system, means central switching system. It is called switching system, it is called exchange, central switching system. So many names are defined for it. S1, S2 and SN are called subscriber line actually. So there should be a central switching system, and all subscriber have to be connected with switching system, and then switching system will develop connection between subscriber we are interested to talk. So initially switching system was uh, operated manually. This type of switching system can also be seen in the previous slide. Means this is a particular one switching system, and when uh, several switching system are connected, then some terms are defined which I am going to present over here. Suppose switching system are connected with each other, so the line connecting two switching systems is called trunk, and the line which is connecting subscriber to the switching system is called subscriber line, and the call subscriber which initiate call is called calling subscriber, and the subscriber to whom call is originated is called subscriber. So this switching system can be are classified in this manner. Switching system initially it was manually operated, and then with the help of invention of Stroger it was converted into automatic. So on the basis of history, we can say automatic switching system can be classified in two parts. The first one is electromechanical, and the second one is electronic switching system. Electromechanical switching system can be classified broadly into parts. The first one is Stroger, which the guy started the automatic switching system, and the second one was cross-bus switching system. And in the same way, electronic switching system is classified in two parts: space division, time division, and then digital. Now, all these will be discussed as per the unit covered in the syllabus. So, when I was discussing, when there was exchange, when the exchange was or when the switching system was operated manually, so we can discuss on the basis of some diagram how it was possible to manage any switching system manually. It was like this. Uh, this is a switchboard actually, and on this switchboard jacks related to all the subscriber are built, and to manage all calls there will be operator with plugs and its phone. Suppose subscriber X is willing to call subscriber Y, then first of all he or she has to call telephone operator, means manual operator at sitting at the exchange. Then after conversation with this subscriber X, the operator at the switching system or exchange will ring the subscriber Y to whom the subscriber X is willing to call. Then if the subscriber Y is interested in calling with, or ready, we can say is ready to call with X and Y, then on the basis of mutual time understanding, means the time at which both are ready to communicate, operator will connect jacks of X and Y at the switchboard, and then there will be the connection between X and Y will be developed, and then in this manner communication, telephonic communication between X and Y will was possible. So we can say for a single call it is not much difficult. But in the case when subscribers are increased, then the size of switchboard will be very large, and management of this type of switchboard manually will be very difficult. We can see in this slide in the left figure so many manual operators are handling the calls related to the calls between different subscribers. So this type of arrangement was uh, on that time when manual switching system was possible only. Then there are limitations and difficulty. The first limitations or difficulty which I told, that in the case of large number of subscribers are increased, there will be difficult to manage because switchboard will be very long, and which will also be very high. And one more disadvantage was in this system was that there was possibility to uh, listen the talk between X and Y by manual operator. So with all these drawbacks, the manual operator was converted into an automatic system. And there is a very interesting story behind this, which I discussed earlier in the first lecture of this subject, that there was a man, Stroger, and Stroger was involved in some professional work, and when some call related to his profession come for Stroger, but manual operator in the switching board usually transfer that call to her husband, because her husband was also in the same profession. So after some financial crisis, Stroger came to know that uh, his so many work have been lost due to the manual operator. So he decided to develop some automatic switch system, and then the first automatic switching system by Stroger came into the picture. So as we know, this type of telephone was used on that days, and while calling between two subscribers, these are some possibilities. The first possibility is respond to the calling subscriber that system is ready to receive the identification of the call party. First part, जैसे कि when subscriber is starting his call, then switching system responding that it is ready to receive the identification of the call party, means you can dial the number. Inform the calling subscriber that call is being established. When the number is dialed by the subscriber, then switching system will inform the calling subscriber that the calling is established. Ring the bell of the call party, and when the call is established, then switching system ring or send the ring to the call party and inform the calling subscriber if the call party is busy. And suppose the call is established but the call party is busy, then switching system inform the calling subscriber. Inform the calling subscriber the call party line is unobtainable for some reason. It may be disconnected, it may be phone is not working, like this. So these are some possibilities. Some more possibilities are also while calling between subscribers. So all these functionings are intimated through some signals like dialing tone, a continuous signal. When a subscriber hangs up his phone receiver, and then if it is connected to exchange properly, then there will be a dialing tone, signaling tone, continuous signaling tone. It may be of 33 hertz, 50 hertz, or 400 hertz. And when subscriber dial number, and if connection is set up, then the type of signal that is called ringtone is sent to call party is like this: tring tring, then some after pause, tring tring, like this. So this type of signal are used, and this is of 400 hertz or 133 hertz tone. Similarly, this is a busy tone. Suppose the call party is busy, then to the calling subscriber there will be toon, toon, toon like signal. That means it is a continuous signal of high frequency, as shown in the figure. And suppose call could not be possible to the call party, tong 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 tong, like this signal uh, is sent to the calling party. So these are some signals related to the communication between switching system and the calling party. These were required because while discussion all these terms will be used, and all these steps which I have shown in this slide will also be explained when we will discuss the uh, calling process by Stroger switching system or by crossbar switching system or whatever switching system. And when we will discuss about calling process of calling by any switching system, then all these steps will be used in the discussion. And similarly, all these type of signals and so many other signal will also be used in the discussion. So just motive was to introduce these terms over here, so that in the discussion it will be useful. And this is a brief setup of Stroger switch actually. And we can see there is a electromagnet. When number is dialed by telephone, suppose this is a telephone dialing, rolling dial telephone. Suppose number digit 3 is dialed by this number, then 3 pulses will be generated. Low high means make break, like this. 3 pulses will be generated. And if 2 digit means digit 2 is dialed by rotating like this, uh, put a finger on our pen in the hole and rotate clockwise till this point. Then while returning to its basic position, this type of pulses will be generated. So if 9 is rotated, then 9 pulses will be generated. 0 is rotated, then 10 pulses will be generated. And similarly, if 3 is rotated, digit 3 is rotated, then 3 pulses will be generated. So whatever the digit is rotated, the number of pulses generated will be that. And these pulses are applied to this electromagnet. So while when the pulses are applied to this armature will be magnetized, and due to this armature will be attracted toward this. When armature will be attracted toward this, then pole attached to the armature will be shifted downward, and when this shifted downward, its connection with ratchet wheel will be at some lower teeth, and then when the applied pulse is in break condition, means in zero condition, this electromagnetic magnet will be de-energized, then armature will be shifted upward, and then pole will also shifted upward, and while shifting it will rotate the ratchet wheel by one position, and then wiper will be shifted to first contact point. And in this way, when three pulses will be applied to the electromagnet magnet, then the wiper will be shifted to next three positions. In this way, uh, on the basis of the pulses dialed by the telephone, position of wire wiper will be decided and shifted. This is the basic working of switching system of the Strogger, and in this way connection can be set up on the basis of dial number by the calling party. Suppose calling party dial 3, then wiper will be shifted to third position. That means it will be connected to third position, means calling party will be connected to third position. And similarly, if it is dial 2, then calling party will be connected to second position, like this. That means this switch can be used to set up connection between two subscriber or subscriber and a switching station, like this. So this is type of automatic electromagnetic switch that function on the basis of clock pulse applied to the electromagnet. So this automatic switch was used in the Strogger switching system, and this was called uni selector because it was moving in only one direction. And one more selector was two motion selector. In this, there are two motions. For horizontal motion, this particular switching is used, and as we can see in this figure, firstly the switching system will be shifted towards upper or lower side, whatever the number is dialed, and then all these are different stack positions. All these are suppose this particular lowest one is a uni selector, and when this is shifted to one position in upward side, the uni selector at second position will be used, and when it is shifted in second position, the uni selector in second position will be used like this. That means if a uni selector is showing is capable to connect 10 contact points, and if two motion selector have 10 vertical positions, then by this two motion selector 100 contacts can be connected to the subscriber, possible 100 contacts. So these two switches were used by the Strogger switching system, used in the Strogger switching system, like this. This was uni selector and this was two motion selector. So we can connect call from calling party to call party by using this procedure. First of all, when calling party call lift its receiver, it will be connected to exchange. So every subscriber is connected to a particular uniselector switch, Then when receiver is lifted by the calling subscriber, Uniselector will start to find the free contact point. And in this figure we can see when free contact point is connected to the Uniselector position, that means it is connected to two motion selector in the next position. So in this manner a call will be set up. So the process of calling by using a Stogger switching system will be discussed in the next lecture. With all these basic terms and the concepts discussed in this lecture, I am going to conclude. Thank you very much.